What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Dundalk Trapp podcast. And yesterday was a bad day for me, but Gio and Ray did better than I did. Gio, you went 2-1, right?
Yeah, 2-1.
And Ray, you were the same, I think.
Yep.
2-1, yeah. So I told us, but you guys did good. So it was a decent day, decent finish. But hopefully we bounce back today, and then tomorrow we'll have NFL and college football playoff plays, which should help us. But before we start, how are you guys doing?
Feeling good.
Great. I love these late night streams where I'm hitting live bets, cashing the over of Gio's bet.
Yep.
It's finally something hits of Gio's.
Yep,
But I think Gio, in all seriousness, has turned the page. He is off the fucking shitty 0-3s, 1-2s. He's back. I think Gio's back. He had a little time off. He needed the time off. He needed a break. He's back.
I'm back.
I think the time off might have. I think like the questionable like coming on the stream, like it was like 2 days where he wasn't coming on, then all of a sudden we got a text at midnight that he wanted to come on and he wanted to do it ASAP. So I think that might have helped. And Gio's back now with us. We really needed it. It was respect. Actually, I thought when Gio had first said he wasn't gonna be able to do it that one night, I thought he was leaving us for Shoop. I thought Shoop gave him a better offer. Turns out Gio stayed. Big time for Gio to stay with us, and yeah, it's awesome. Gio, since we're talking about you, you can start. You can give your first play.
All right. I just wanted to say Shoop's offer. It was a really good offer. We had an ideal like a signature away. So
you and Dan.
Yeah. And JUCO King was also a part of it.
Yeah. I heard
And
about that.
yeah. Anyways, we're gonna start off. Mo Salah, anytime goal score tomorrow, plus 100. Scored the first two games back after the little World Cup break. He scored in both of them. He's been our top scorer this year, as of every other year. Should be a good game against Leicester tomorrow. He should score. Our main striker hasn't been scoring a lot, so Salah's the top guy, feeding him constantly. So I really like the odds. I thought they were going to be minus, but it's plus 100. So I like Mo Salah anytime goal score.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. I knew nothing about that, so maybe I'll play it. What time's the game?
3.
Right. My first pick is in college basketball. Yeah, I'll go UCLA minus 8.5 against Washington State. It's in Washington, but I think UCLA is old and has a lot of experience on the road, especially this year. You know, coming all the way across the country to the East Coast and whooping that ass at Maryland. So the big crowd doesn't phase.
They would have done the same to Duke.
I don't think Washington State will do the same. But no, they're a good team led by Jaime Jaquez. He controls the post and has a lot of moves down there. And Tiger Campbell controls the show. Doesn't turn the ball over. Will set up good possessions, and they always play good defense and good fundamental basketball. So I think they take care of business and win by at least 10 in this game. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think line could get up to 10. So I'd grab it while you can.
UC Davis guard just drilled a 3. So
yeah,
they're up 3.
Yeah, I know. That's
nice pass.
Bet, right?
It's not over yet.
Finish.
I mean,
all
right.
All right. My first play of the day: Maryland, North Carolina State under 46.5. If you could buy a 1.5 or a point, I would, just to kind of be safe, because a lot of these bowl games have been finishing right around the number. But both defenses are decent. Maryland actually has a really underrated defense that they haven't gotten credit for, I would say. They've held a lot of opponents to low numbers, including Ohio State, which was kind of surprising. And they're missing just one starter defensively in Deontay Banks, who actually went to Edgewood. He's out. He opted out for the NFL draft, and losing him won't be great, but they'll be able to fill in guys. They still have a lot of their starters. big time starters defensively that are playing. Even though they're going to the NFL draft, Jacorian Bennett is one of those guys. And then NC State, it'll be interesting to see what they do with their quarterback position. MJ Morris, if he plays, will give Maryland problems, but he's been out for a while, and I've read that they might go two quarterback with him and Ben Finley. So it'll be interesting, but I think this is a low scoring game and a close one. The spread, pick them right now. So I would take the under of this game. I think it'll finish around 21, high score, maybe 24, but it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I would take the under.
All right, my second bet is going back into the Liverpool game. Liverpool -1. They're playing Leicester City. Liverpool's a much better team than Leicester City all around. Last game out, we looked good. Leicester City got embarrassed 3-0 at home. So I can easily see Liverpool winning this game 2-0, 3-0, or 3-1, especially at home. They're going to be coming out hot. So Liverpool -1, the odds are like -120. So I really like this play. Could say it's a homer pick, but they should easily cover the spread. Liverpool -1.
Well, yep. Your homer picks have not worked out well, so hopefully that changes.
Celtics tonight.
Yeah, push, but that's funny. It cashed on your FanDuel.
5.5.
My first college football bet of the day is going to be South Carolina +3. You can buy a half point just so if they lose by a field goal, you win the bet still. But I think they can win this game outright. Notre Dame's without their starting quarterback, who they use at the end of the year. They're getting back the guy Tyler Buckner, who started the first 2 games of the year that they lost. They looked, I think it was like Ohio State and Marshall, if I'm not mistaken. He looked pretty bad, and they had a lot of issues. And I think that they go back to that struggling offense. I mean, their defense is always good, but they have a few opt-outs on both ends of the ball. So I think South Carolina should win this game, but I would take 3. I think Spencer Rattler is going to want to play good in case he wants to test the waters in the draft and try and get a pro career. But I don't think he will. I think he should go back to school and build off the momentum of his last 2 games, beating Clemson and Tennessee.
Staying in that game, I'm going to go with Notre Dame, South Carolina over 50.5. They're averaging 30 plus points per game. Defenses aren't great, and I think it'll be a close game. Like you said, +3. I think I'm not taking a spread, but I think it's a close game, which means both teams should score a decent amount. Notre Dame's without 4 big time players, which is a big reason this total's low. With Meyer out, that really kills them. And a lot of people kind of are saying that because of that, their offense won't score points, but it's a bowl game, and South Carolina's one of the mid-tier SEC schools, so I think Notre Dame won't have problems scoring points. I don't think they'll be able to stop South Carolina as much, but I think both teams score 27 plus, I would say. Obviously, I'm going to say 25 plus because I think this bet's going to go over, but I think both teams score 4 touchdowns. And this is a game that goes down to the final few plays of the game where it comes down to a field goal. And I think this goes into the 55, 60 range. So I'm going to take the over of 50.5 in the Notre Dame, South Carolina game.
All right, my last play is West Ham United money line against Brentford. West Ham not been looking good at all this season. They're like 1 point off the relegation zone. They need this win. They got embarrassed against Arsenal last game out. Brentford played Tottenham last game out. We're up 2-0 at half. Looked terrible in the second half. So I really like West Ham. They need this win at home. Should win. Brentford, no. If West Ham come out attacking, they should easily win this game. They got more firepower everywhere. So I really like West Ham money line. It's like -105 at home against Brentford.
Wait, so the team who's been playing like shit, you like?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Okay. We'll go. My last play is going to be Clemson -6 against Tennessee in the Orange Bowl. I think Clemson, with the quarterback change to Cade Klubnik, will have much better offense than they've had all year with Ugalele. And I think their defense, with Hendon Hooker out, I just don't think that Tennessee offense is as explosive as they were. So I think their defense can do enough. I mean, it'll be a lot of points scored, but I think they will pull away at the end, and Shipley and Klubnik can carry that offense to enough to beat Tennessee and cover this number.
My last play, well, actually, I'm going to say 2. Miami minus 2.5. I don't think Notre Dame is nearly as good as Miami is. Notre Dame has multiple bad losses, and they're 2-4 in December. They lost to Florida State, Syracuse, Georgia, and Marquette all in the past month, which is horrible. Meanwhile, Miami has one loss now with Maryland, while Maryland was playing like one of the top 15 teams in the country. Miami has one of the best backcourts in college basketball, and the reason the line's so low is just because they're on the road at Notre Dame. But that doesn't scare me at all for Miami. I don't think Miami really will play down at all to Notre Dame, and I think they win this game by double digits. It might be a 7-8 point game, but I do not see Notre Dame taking out Miami in this one. And then my other bet that I'm thinking about, this is just I'm going to post on TikTok as well, so this counts. But Octavian Smith, anytime touchdown scorer in the Maryland game tomorrow. Maryland is without Dante Demas, Jacob Copeland, and Raheem Jarrett. Octavian Smith, a redshirt, or no, he's not even a redshirt. He's a true freshman from the Maryland area, and they really like him. He's been returning kicks this year. He'll be one of the featured receivers tomorrow. And I would have taken Shalik Knox, but his prop isn't out there, so I would take Octavian Smith. I think Maryland tries to get him. I'm pretty sure it would be his first touchdown of his career. I don't think he scored one this year. If he did, he only has one. Tomorrow he's gonna get featured. He'll be in the offense a ton, and I think he gets the ball a lot. So I would take Octavian Smith anytime touchdown at plus 400. But that's my last bet. Do you guys have any more that you have or you like?
Oh,
No.
got those.
All right. That's it for this episode. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode will be much longer with NFL, college football playoff, and all that stuff because we're going to be kind of giving our weekend bets. But that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow.